Hello. Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to my stream slash recording slash research slash casual Saturday afternoon slash staring at a monitor slash celebration of queer games. I'm Luke Miller. I'm a game developer. Uh, Somehow I've fallen into being a person who loves queer games. I'm a gay man, so I started making gay games, playing gay games, and that extended into all the letters of the alphabet. And it's been amazing. And really, I can't speak highly enough of them. So I kind of want to share them and just see what's happening out there. I know nothing about these games. I'm going to play a bunch of them over the next couple of months. Whether I stream them or not is, who knows? I mean, we could literally be stopping in like a minute. Maybe we'll be here in a month. But as I said, I don't know anything about these games other than that they're on my list to play. And so part of the fun for me is just loading up a game I know nothing about and seeing what we get. Basically, because I don't know what it's about, I don't know what the content's about, so you've got to be aware of that if you're squeamish or you're looking for a bit more of a curated, sort of safer thing to watch. This probably isn't for you. These games can be quite dark, or they can be quite rude, or they can be quite harmless. I've got no idea. I try to come at it with an open mind. But the other side of that is if you are watching this and something dark happens and I laugh, that's not because I am, making light of the content. It's just, it's probably the unexpected nature of it has got to me. Because, it's one of those things where it's like, here I am just going through my day and then something really traumatic happens on screen. You do have to laugh a bit. But it's certainly not a reflection on the themes of the content. Because one of the things about these games is they're intensely personal, I find. They're often made by a solo dev or a small team, and they're very biographical or autobiographical. I mean, it's one of the reasons I really love queer games is because they are intensely personal. Like, I honestly think queer games of today have the themes that we'll see in mainstream games tomorrow, and a big part of that is this sort of contemporary biography or autobiographical. There's not much hiding in these games. So if you did make the game and you're watching this at a future date, and you're unhappy with the way I've covered it, it's not quite an apology up front, but I'm well aware that this isn't going to be everything you probably wanted from a playthrough, because I haven't done any research whatsoever. Have you heard of death of the author? It's like once you make something and put it out into the world, you've got no way of controlling how people, react to it. It's like maybe you've made a game about a clown and it's a fun game, but the person sits down to play it and their parents were murdered by a clown. They're going to have a negative reaction to your game. And there's not much you can do about that. That's death of the author. Okay, so this game is called Matter. Actually, that's about as much as I know about it. I think it's a sci-fi. I think there's something. I read the little description on the website, and it's a bunch of scientists researching a quasar. But let's go. I hope the audio is working, or else we're in a lot of trouble. I guess one of the things about this is that I'm kind of doing this for my own amusement, so I don't actually expect people to be watching. I did tweet it, but I gave about 10 seconds of notice before I went live. And of course, the other thing about that is I don't actually have any followers on Twitter. So it's a bit of throwing a pencil down a corridor. But here we are. I'm streaming it because, I don't know, it's always nice to have some company. But as I said, I'm doing it for my own sort of research purposes. Research, fun. I'm helping out with the Queer Games Festival. And we've got to look at all the games. So whether you're here or not is neither here nor there. But there is chat somewhere. I can actually see the chat from this window. Yeah, so we're off to a great start. Let me see if I can just... No, that did nothing. Oops, nope, that's not it. Well, I think we're just going to have to. If you're there and chatting, I'll probably notice it in a few minutes. No, give me 30 seconds. I'll see what I can do about it. Maybe I can get the chat up on the screen at the same time. That would. Alright. Well, I think I can see the chat. It's not on the screen, but I think I can see it. As you can tell, it's quite dark here. It's quite a rainy old day. But we should actually probably play a game. I mean, it's probably a 3-minute game, and we've already been here for half an hour. Let's get going. Alright, how's the audio on that? Who cares? I like this pirate. Looks a bit like a controller. I don't have my controller with me. Okay, everyone, we're approaching the quasar. It's nearly go time. I love the aesthetic. I love that. I mean, chromatic, it's kind of that. What would you call it? The filter of our era. But this is more of a CRT effect. I might turn the music down just a tad in my hearing. Dum-de-dum. Look, there's going to be teething problems. This is the first one I've done, so. Does that help? Nope. That's better. Okay. Can I get that browser back on the window? Yeah, now you see this, you can see it, but I can't see that when I've got the thing open. Ah, I know, Linux to the rescue. Okay. The other thing to remember about me is that I am a Linux person, and we have this great thing where we can pin windows, always on top. Okay. Although we could technically see the quasar from here, we've been working on an energy-hungry shield to protect us. So we're going to save power until we're within good range for readings and viewing. Graphics are pretty good. Like, the aesthetic's pretty good. You know, when I go to draw a star scene, I just draw little white dots. It would never occur to me to, like, flash the stars like we've got here. Brilliant. The CRT filter is pretty spot on, really. Okay, I can't believe we've gotten this far. Not only do we get to see the newest quasar anyone has ever seen, I also get to design a shield. If you're a shield designer, I can see that's a big day. That protects us from levels of radiation literally no one has survived before. Ooh. Nothing like a good in-the-field stress test. Wait a minute. He's practically vibrating with the idea. You're very excited. Of course I am, aren't you? We're at the frontier of astronomy. That's why we left ESRC in the first place. I'm going to say Earth Space Research Center. Earth Science Research Center? In the first place, after all. They chuckle. Hear age making it a deep, raspy sound, but mirthful, charming. You're correct. We're fortunate they retain their awful cybersecurity protocols. Yes. If they had only deleted my login details, we wouldn't have gotten the tip on the quasar from them. It could be a trap. Could be a trap. So, yes, the characters appear to be all joypad related. I wonder what that means. We're also lucky their management is so terrible they wouldn't send any observational teams out. I don't know. I get the feeling the people that made this work in retail. At least not for a few months, which would have been too late anyway. Extra Solar Research Corporation. I was close. It's barely even true anymore. I've had a little research they do. Okay, so you know all. I'm still pretty new to all of this again. What are we looking for again? Good question. A smattering of snorts and laughs come from the others in the room. Your inexperience with science makes you stand out. You'd been a pilot before, and remain so now, while the rest of the crew were various denominations of astronomers. You know, astronomers can be pretty cliquey. It is a running joke that you haven't picked up a textbook in your life. You'd think we know more about space flying a spaceship. You know, I'm reminded of these people that went down to Antarctica 100 years ago. This is before telephones and such like that, and because it's such a long trip, it was like 6 months on boat there, and then you had to spend 2 winters there, 2 summers there before you could come back. And this guy was packing. I had his diary, and he was like, I'm only taking German textbooks because I think this is a really good opportunity to learn German. I'm going to go down to Antarctica for 3 years, and the only thing I'm going to take to read is German textbooks. I always think of that poor guy. What an idiot. You'd think you know more about space, flying a spaceship. Oh, you don't bully them? Oh, don't bully them. It's all right to ask questions, dear pilot. Yeah, it's not like you ever refused the opportunity to explain something anyway. I also like the colors. The color palette is pretty good. I want to say it's CGA, except I see red. Yeah, one, two. I see red and I see yellow and I see orange. So it's not quite authentic. And that's two different types of green, I reckon, at least. So not quite CGA, but a noble attempt. You've got me there. Well, pilot, a quasar, which is what we're approaching, is a supermassive black hole. Aren't all black holes supermassive? I mean, put a human next to a black hole, and I think, it wouldn't be pretty. It's one with huge amounts of interstellar gas and matter around it, in what's called an accretion disk. They also have huge jets that emit radio waves. Plus, they have enormous amounts of other radiation, gamma, X-ray, you name it. This is almost like the setup for the Fantastic Four. Like, are these folk going to be irradiated? And good irradiation that gives you superpowers, not bad irradiation that makes your skin fall off. And some of the most luminous celestial objects out there. The light is so strong it creates energy. What? The light is so strong it creates energy. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, is that radiation? And it's dangerous? Well, technically, yes it is. The room falls silent. It's been tense like this for a while now. An argument rumbling just under the surface, nearly ready to break through. Oh, they're not so thrilled about flying close to a quasar, maybe. You're all too new to this adventuring thing, and none of you are friends, yet... Sorry, the music is a bit loud, again. I've got to turn that down. What happened? Firefox reset it. Oh, I missed some text. Oh well. I'm telling the truth. It is dangerous, and the kids should know what you're getting into. That's true. Come on now, there's no point. The quasar is dangerous, or the whole escapade is. Well, I didn't say it, but if you want to know, you don't understand what we've left. I'm sure being a glorified security guard for the elite was fine for you. But some of us had to watch the bigger picture, as ESRC tore up the galaxy in the name of profit. Oh, I'm loving this. It's a little bit Blake 7. Look that up. Oh, and who founded them? Which elites was I guarding? That is besides the point. It doesn't matter anyway. Even if this is dangerous, it's worth it for the science. Is it? What if we all die? You, me, everyone? We knew what we were getting ourselves into. The kid had barely joined ESRC before we left and recruited them. And thanks to Equi, we've gotten them a criminal record. I love the text box as well. It's plus on this game. It's beautiful to look at. What are the logical ends to this adventure, huh? We have two potential... Actually, I'm going to take a screenshot. Oh, no. Oh, how does that work? Did that work? We'll find out later. The other being that we don't publish, and no one sees the data, which makes it all pointless. Yeah. Obviously we publish. Who cares if we're fugitives? It's... I will not let your personal ambition ruin people's lives. We need to figure it out. You chose this life as much as the rest of us. Do not pretend you're superior. I feel like they should have figured this all out, like, before they got in the spaceship and flew off. Like, who's the manager here? Because they're not managing. I'm not willing to do whatever it takes, because what it takes, and it will be something terrible. I know better than anyone. You've never understood the bigger picture anyway. Hokuth? I want to say Hokuth? Hokuth? He's going to get them all killed. Or they're going to get them all killed. Go back to soldiering. Zieglaser huffs and stomps out of the bridge. Oh, it's almost animated. Now, what is this? I want to say Bitly? No, not Bitly. What is that 8-bit gaming tool? It was big a few years ago. It's good to see. This reminds me of it. The energy has left the room, though the tension hasn't. They look at you. Her eyes express something you can't comprehend. Loss and duty and protectiveness mixed together. It's good. The stakes are good. The characterizations are good. The world building's good. You think you're not experienced enough to understand yet. It's good writing. And then she turns and goes, too. Wow. I'm getting real, like, BBC sci-fi. I know I said Blake 7 earlier, but I genuinely believe it. Breaks his silence with a sigh. Sorry, pilot. I didn't want to intervene because I've been seeing this coming for a while, and I wanted to let them sort themselves out, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. I know we're new at all of this, but it might be worth talking to everyone yourself. You seem to get along with everyone the best. I think you should get them to open up. I think you could get them to open up. I'll be in my quarters if you need me. Ah, look at this. It's like... It just looks so good. It looks so sci-fi and retro and... Oh hey, it's the ship's black box. Ours is more than just a flight recorder though. It stores logs of all the ship's happenings, as well as all of the data we've collected so far, and any to come. Pretty advanced, kind of cool to have a backup drive of our whole adventure. Yes, they say go talk to people. I'm just going to run around and talk to stuff. Got the monitor. Yeah. Oh, it's just a good looking game. Kitchen. Ooh, I wish I had some decent food so I could stress eat. I mean, we do, but it's all stuff I'd have to make instead of pick up and snack on, and I can't really be bothered right now. I'll see if anyone wants to do it later together. Let's see. I'm not trying to pronounce the names. I've learned this from previous attempts to stream games. It's just I will never get the names right. People never get the names in my games right. So rather than, like, embarrass everyone, I just pass them over. Jinnen is in his quarters to the east, and then the other three will be in the room south of here. Oh no, I'm never going to remember that. To the east. No. No, I've never been good at that spatial map awareness, so we're just going to blunder about. I don't think talking to anyone specifically is more urgent, so who's up first? Okay. It's just so good. I actually kind of can imagine myself on this spaceship, which is what you want from science fiction. And a game. So, tick tick. I kind of hinted that we should go east, I think. Crew quarters. Wow, I know we only really sleep in here, but it sure is empty. Maybe if this place felt more like a home, everyone would stop fighting as much. Next time we stop at a space station or planet, I'm getting everyone a decoration. We're a carer. I like that. Because you don't want to be... There's nothing wrong with being a peacemaker, but you don't want to be like... flogging a dead horse or making peace when people have genuine grievances. But, I don't think it's a terrible way to live. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Are these like urinals? Well, or sleeping pods, maybe. Yes. Kitchen. I thought there was someone to the east. Wait, north, south. Oh, that was west. Okay. The other east. Sure. Fancy in here, but doesn't have any life to it yet. Although maybe I wouldn't decorate it if I were the captain either. Too much responsibility. What are these sleeping? I want to get in a sleeping pod. Alright. Ah, pilot. I'm glad you know, if the pilot's here in these quarters, then who is flying the ship? I'm glad you came back to speak to me. I wanted to thank you for your composure earlier. It's not easy being the rookie of a team, especially on a team so new and unused to each other. It's difficult. I appreciate your patience. You want to lead them, you want them to fix it. You want to lead them, you want to fix it. I do. A team is only as good as its problem-solving skills. Okay, I didn't know that that was how I selected dialogue option. I didn't know there were dialogue options. I didn't know how to select a dialogue option. I didn't know I was selecting a dialogue option. But that's on me. That's on me. A team is only as good as its problem-solving skills. It's only as good as, I don't know, its weakest link. I don't think leadership is always necessary, so much as a guiding word here or there. I don't want to interrupt. That is real, I'm into the whole queer games thing, and something I'm always looking at is like, does this game express like queer politics or like a different worldview to like our mainstream kind of capitalist society? And there's definitely this sort of element of like consensus driven or anarchy in that kind of a political sense to queer politics, and I like to think that's what I just saw just then. You've had some great successes, you've had some failures. Let's talk them up. That's kind of you to say. I'm hoping that our adventures together on the Vantage are as well. So that's the name of the ship. Fair enough. I want to see if the CRT monitor moves it moves the text back as well. I was kind of seeing it was scrolling sideways, but it goes 1 pixel and then comes back a pixel. It's nice. I mean, I don't think CRT monitors quite did that, but I think it's kind of recreating the scanline effect. But that happened too fast to see. I wanted to get back to your roots, lead something new. I do love a good root. Yes, I've been a corporate man for too long. Forgot about the joys of discoveries. It was time to take a step back. Pilot, I am glad you ended up with us. This team is lucky to have you now, and it will need you in the future. Thank you. Okay. Our job here is done. I feel like we've given him a pep talk. Maybe we should be flying the ship. Ooh, sync. It's just amazing what you can tell with just a couple of pixels. That is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pixels of like white and 1, 2, 3, 4 pixels of empty space, and you can tell it's a tap. Genius. And yet I draw a tap, I spend hours on it, it looks terrible. There's a big component of jealousy in these games, me playing these games. Green is not my colour. Hokuth's favourite hangout. It's a bit hectic in here for me, but I can see why Z likes it. Probably lots of interesting problems for them to solve. You hear some clangs in the distance. They're ones you've heard before, though. Hokuth promises they're supposed to sound like that. Is this like an arcade room or like a party room, disco room? Hey pilot, thanks for coming to visit. Sorry about earlier, I didn't mean for things to get so tense. Rosnan just gets to me sometimes. Can't you see that we're on the edge of discovery? It's exactly the reason we're out here in the first place. Z sighs, deflates. I just get frustrated because so many people don't see the bigger picture, but it's okay because I do. You don't care what others think. You care what others think. I mean, part of playing a game is to try and, I guess you got to choose whether you want to be like a good character or like a bad character. We did uptalk the captain, but I didn't want to commit to just playing the whole game in one way based on that first conversation. Especially because I didn't even know we were having a conversation. You don't care what others think. You don't care what others think. You don't care what others think. Let us be nice. You do care what other people think. Huh, is it that obvious? I guess I do. I always have. It's one of the reasons I never fit in at ESRC. They were mean to you. I want to imagine that it's an evil corporation. So they were mean. They were, yeah. I'm surprised you heard about that, considering how new you are. It's not so bad though. I'm out here now, and we're on the frontier of science. No one's doing it like us. Your work will be loved. Your work will be important. Oh, we'll go important. I think so too. I mean, are we goading them into killing us all? I think so too. I can't wait to share what we've been doing with the world. It's going to blow their minds. Oh, they seem happier. Let's go south. Cargo Bay. Oh, whoops. I can't wait till this is full with, I don't even know what. Science stuff, probably. Quasar material. I'm sure your aluminium hull is going to be fine with quasar on board. And then there's this. I'm going to buy a bunch of blankets and pillows and make a fort in the boxes. I hope I can do that soon. Okay, now I feel like this is that like warning tape that you often see in workspaces. Ah, it's so good. I'm getting a touch of the ship from Aliens from this decorations. Engine. Oh, engine room, right. That's cool. Let's go this way. Emergency shuttle. The concept of having an emergency shuttle is kind of scary. It's okay though, I'm pretty confident in this team's ability to get out of a sticky situation. Well, yeah, they'll get out of it in an emergency shuttle. Although maybe not right at this moment. Okay. I see the garden person. Botanics? Gold. Cargo Bay. Dum-de-dum. Engine. Rec room. Oh no. Oop. Z must be at the bottom of the rec room with here plants. Pretty much the only place on the ship anyone's personalized. The rest of this room doesn't get used that often, unfortunately. I hope it will. Although it's good for pool practice in the meantime. Oh yeah, pool table. I mean, I probably wouldn't have known what that was if they hadn't mentioned it. I mean, rec room, probably could have got it. Bookshelf, computer terminals, pretty cool. Delicious looking plants. That's a tomato plant for sure. Hello there, young pilot. It's good to see you. Apologies about the earlier disagreement. You know that I sometimes get worked up about ESRC. An awful lot of history there. You challenged them? I'm going to say you disapproved silently, but didn't feel like you could do anything, right? Ah, yes. I had some say, back when it all began, but they soon grew away from me. It was all I could do to stay afloat. You fought little battles. You got lost in it. It would have been difficult for anyone, pilot, let alone someone there from the beginning. How could I have any hope of rebellion so close under their noses? You wanted to do more. You didn't know what to do. At the time, no, but I'm here now, and I'm doing the right thing, finally leaving the place. Doing what's best for me. I don't think it'll necessarily impact the universe, but it's enough for me now. Anyway, it has been lovely speaking with you. I am pleased you are aligned with us, pilot. You have been a wonderful addition to the team so far. Thank you, Equi. Can I have some of your plant? Do you have any green plants anywhere? No. Engine room? I think surely that's almost everyone. Infirmary? You're pretty lucky that no one's had to use the infirmary yet, although there was a close call a while ago. And Rosna nearly got burned up alive by an active volcano. She was okay though, and it's a hell of a story to tell. Oof. Little med bays. See, they are sleeper pods. I'm sure of it now. Hey kid. Not often someone comes around this corner of old Vantage. It's nice to get a visitor. Okay, I'm sorry about earlier. It feels like no one in the ship has their feet on the ground, so to speak. Dreamers and idolists. People like that tend to forget everyone around them. You know, if you're working on a game jam game with your team, and they're doing the art and the music and the programming, and you're doing the writing, and you write this line, I'm a little bit like, they're not going to think that's about them, are they? But, you know, we do think. I'm just worried for you and for the mission, that people can't work around their flaws. It's necessary to be a good leader and to be a good team. You're anxious about it, you're logical about it. Let's feed your better demons. Yes, I guess I am. I've just seen my fair share of shit go down, you know. Sorry about the swearing. There's a reason I'm more of a soldier than a scientist these days. See, they are rebellion. They've got their own liberator. They're flying around at like, I don't know, what was the speed they flew around in Blake 7? Like 7 galactics or something. Their voice comes in over the shipwide comms. Alright, everyone, we're within target distance. Come to the bridge, please. You want to save people. Oh, yeah, I guess you could put me that way if you wanted. I just want to help. I left because it wasn't enough. Yeah, honestly, they put me on the most low-level shit they could find. Glorified bodyguarding, including for Equi, more than once. It's just not fun. I wanted to be where the science is. Still do. Well, flying into a giant collapsed star is where the fun is at, for sure. Thanks, pilot, for talking to me. It's nice to have you on board. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, they're all like us. Like, we're walking around like our shit won't stink. This is great. We've avoided all office politics and just come in the last minute. Maybe they're being nice to us because we're flying the ship. Oh. Okay. Maybe this is a good time to pause so I can get a drink. I'll be right back. Nope, that doesn't do it. Hello again, I'm back. Oop, I said that and then instantly started choking on my biscuit thing. Ah. Alright, well, I wanted to give each game half an hour, but I'm enjoying this one, so we're going to keep going. I mean, I enjoy them all. Each one is a precious gem. But I guess some of them, you know, I cannot deny some are better than others. Okay, let's be honest. But this one's good. Oh, they're all good. I mean, they're all 9. They're all between a 9 and a 10. You know, this one's closer to a 10. And it's a lazy Saturday afternoon. What have we got? Yes. They look at you, stood at your desk, ready to click the button to power up the window. Well, powering up a window when you're in space is much better than winding down the window. His head nods slightly. You press the button. It's just glorious. It's just so well animated. Like, I know maybe if you're used to like a AAA title, but if you can't see how this like fills the screen from bottom to top and is just kind of like well balanced and visually interesting, I can't help you, honestly. Oh, is that the end? Oh, here we are. Dum dum dum. Shouldn't we be flying? Isn't our job to fly? Maybe we should go for the emergency. Well, I said that, but just nothing seems to be happening. Oh, there we go. Quasar! I love the dithering on this. A chorus of gasps and oh my gods and delighted laughs encircle you. It's the right reaction. A beautiful, awe-inspiring, world-eating, supermassive black hole is laid out before you. The matter of galaxies swirling around it like a sparkling whirlpool. I'm leaving right now to get readings. Is this not worth everything? I'll admit, it sure is something. I've never seen anything like the music's reset again. Okay, clearly a few teething troubles with my obsness. It's unprecedented. What the hell have you done? It doesn't matter. We have to evacuate now to the emergency shuttle. Oh, let's get the data. Can we? No. Uh-oh. It's not letting... Can we... Look, if we can't go, then you're not going either. Oh, god damn it. No, don't leave us behind. Kitchen. Oh, where's the shuttle? It's this way. Is there anyone at the infirmary? Okay. Cargo bay. Uh-oh. I thought I planned for this. I don't think... We knew the risks. No, I said we didn't. I said you didn't know. Alright, let's everyone calm down now. Stop it. Now is not the time to be blaming each other. You know, yes it is. Okay, if I'm going down with the ship, I'm blaming whoever the hell I want. We need to leave. You need to trust each other. You all chose this journey, and chose each other to go on this adventure with, right? Where is that energy? Once again, I think this person's talking about a game jam. Because I did look at the website. I think this game was made for a web jam. Oh, that music is still a bit loud. It's reset again. That's on me. Yeah. I feel like maybe this is the final few hours of the game jam, and they're just like, you know what? We can do it, guys. Look, it's scary, and we all have flaws, but we're here together, doing the game jam. I mean, quasar watching. And that's what matters. That's all we need, and we can get through it, okay? What about the research? The data that we've gotten? What if we die and there's nothing left of us? You remember the black box? I went for it! I went for the black box, okay? That could be your legacy, if it makes sense. If it makes it out of the quasar. I have to go back for it. Pilot, I'll meet you in the shuttle. Just go. Oh man, you guys are such slow walkers. I mean, I personally don't recommend risking your life for some data. It's never really worth it, frankly. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. But you know, we're in a game. So let's do the things you would never do in real life. In my regard, that's being heroic and helping people. Tia, maybe. You rip it from the casing. Time to run back to the shuttle. Kitchen. Engine. Cargo bay. Emergency shuttle. Escape? How do we... How do we use the shuttle? Uh-oh. This is a problem. Maybe because I got here early enough? I was pretty careful. Escape. Escape? No, that wasn't it. Take a screenshot while we're here. Uh-oh. I see, that's our spot there. How do we... Can I click on that? Can I click on anything? Oh, there we go. Oof. Even if we do not make it out alive, the black box of our lives and data may. We pray it falls into the hands of someone who can learn from us, from our research. That music has gone up again. Okay. At least we tried our best. Matter. Music by BB. Written by LSD. Oh. Okay. Well, abrupt ending, but quite exciting. The end? Oh no. I don't know. I mean, the end? Question mark. Full stop. Is that, I mean, I feel like that's the end. Alright, well, as far as I can tell, that is actually the end. Well, one of the endings. That was great. That was very entertaining. That was really good world building. I mean, you didn't really know why they left their giant corporation, but that's the way it goes. Alright, let's just pause there for a minute while I reset the stream for another game, and then we'll be back. See you in a few minutes, everyone.